Anti-terrorism's intention is to prevent, prohibited, penalize terrorism in the Philippines. Republic Act No. 11479, Section 2 declared a policy to protect life, liberty, and property from terrorism as inimical and dangerous to national security of the country and to the welfare of the people, and to make terrorism against the crime, against the Filipino people, against humanity, and against the law of nations. Terrorism is the use of violence and threats to intimidate or cure, especially for political purposes. Furthermore, people who have done such acts should be punished by the law. That's also why we have anti-terrorism law to protect us from harmful events caused by terrorists. Therefore, I am in favor of the said law. The news about anti-terrorism law having inadequate results lately makes me grasp more about what and where I stand. I stand against what is right for the people, for the betterment of my country and the Philippines, because Philippines won't be Philippines without its people. The law is powerful as it is. No one is above the law and no one can be above the law. But the country is compelled to protect the freedom of expression of its citizens. Freedom of speech and freedom of expressions are to hold opinions and to receive and impart information and idea without interference by public authority and regardless of frontiers. Nonetheless, freedom of speech is fundamental but not absolute. Freedom of speech and expressions is limited. It is not freedom of speech if you're lying. It is not freedom of speech if you're intended to inflict harm to others. We are all free to hold opinions and share it to our community. We have the rights to speak and take a stand against what we believe. But if it destroys another person, if it came as slandering or ruining someone's life, it is not called freedom of speech. The opinions of the people are important to the law. Laws are made for social change, and sharing and spreading opinions about certain topics are essential for the law to function and to know its next move. They will debate public policy issues, criticize government, and share views about how to deal with social problems. However, in spite of their value, governments will also limit these freedoms. For example, since they avoid damage to individuals and organizations, freedom of speech can be considered by legislation against hate propaganda or child pornography. Therefore, I conclude that the law cannot be abused, the freedom of speech and freedom of expression, because it only listens to it and put limitations.